good awareness from the thrower there.
It's an absolute matchup nightmare. We'll see a little bit of Tree go forth.
Some of the big guys kind of waiting for those.
Yeah, Robert Runner maybe on Misha, Kelvin Williams. But yeah, it's a tall task to try to slow him down, and that's 2 goals thus far on the game.
Yeah, we're tied 2-2. About 10:22 left in the first. Yeah, I'm really digging these jerseys. I'm a collector, so I guess I'm gonna have to talk to somebody.
You're gonna have to order. Low pull. Hustle with a chance to get upfield for some yards here. Tanell picks it up. Hits Leonard for a solid gain. Leonard unmarked in the middle of the field. Finds Austin Taylor on the open under. Over to Vicroy. To Gainer. Fakes the hook.
Looking for the break. Pick was called.
Pick called.
For a second, I about freaked out. I thought it might have been a stall.
No. Yeah, so they're going to back it up 10 yards. Gainer with the disc. In hustle territory here. Finds Vicroy on the under. Vicroy looks off a hook.
Nice.
Tanell on the up line.
Good luck getting around that guy. That ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Bendy flick across the field. Oh, indeed. By Jacksonville.
So we're all good. Nice look.
That looked like number 30, Andrew McKelvey with the D for Jacksonville there.
Nice look. They were getting crammed on the line. I think he was just trying to find a good out.
Picked up by Dahl. Over to Sinjins. And they've launched the hook.
No.
Intercepted by Nathan Vicroy.
Too low. Take your time. Take your time.
Hustler off to the races with Leonard to Gainer.
There it is. Ooh, good mark from Jacksonville.
Yep. Looking to get it off the line. Now he goes up line to Tanell for the goal. 3-2 hustle. 8:54 left in the first quarter.
Dylan Tanell impresses me as a player because he is older than a lot of these guys, yet he still plays just as good as any of them, and he's just so smart, and he's a big guy. Getting around him is so difficult. Once he's got that step on you, even if the throw floats, you still can't get around him or get up above him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great player to watch play.
He's great in the backfield at the dump. As you see there, he's attacking upfield, pouring in goals and assists since 2001. Dylan Tanell, ladies and gentlemen.
So that took a little bit of time off the clock. We're down at 8:54 after that point. I feel like there is going to be a few marathon points today, just with, like we said, the heat. Lots of turns, I imagine. Mm-hmm. Nice high pull.
Bobby Lay with the disc.
Not a lot of movement yet from Jacksonville.
Swinging upfield to Sullivan. On the line, he likes the hammer here.
Yeah, he does.
Looks for the inside backhand of Freystatter.
And they're really like nobody.
Back to Sullivan. J.P. Burns marking Sullivan.
Ooh.
Haskell on 12, Catrone. Sam Little on Bobby Lay. Shoots over to Clark. Oh, nearly D'd by Tree Goforth. But Jacksonville completes it. That's about a 22-second point, and then Jacksonville's in the end zone. Tie game.
Yeah, 3-3. Atlanta still has the break. And that was one of those where sometimes you watch Tree play, and he's a great player. He's out in the backfield, but sometimes it's like he has to, when he runs, it's like he's running through some water there. It was a little like, oh, I see it and I can get there, but just a nice dime from Jacksonville.
Right, read well by the receiver, and Tree didn't quite get there.
I want to see Tree super lay out because I'm pretty sure he'd be about 50 feet long.
Got some fans over here on camera side in the shade.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, the sun is beating down on the fan side there. As Jacksonville pulls it deep. Flick bomb to Max Leonard. Finds Tanell centered in the middle of the court. Working out of a vert stack. Break side to Trenton Spinks.
Smith, I think he might have had a look for Smith. But right now I think it's smart to just work your way up the field. Take some time off that clock.
Nathan Vicroy wide open in deep space. They find him.
Nice.
Finds Matt Smith. Can he milk it in? And he does.
He did. Wow.
Not
he didn't.
Called by the ref. Finds Trenton Spinks in the back corner.
My man Trenton. Nice catch.
4-3. Hustle started on defense. They're up 1 break right now. 7:47 left in the first quarter. In a win and you're in playoff game for the Hustle.
Yeah. And for people watching online, we're at a new venue today, so it's really a new place for both teams to play at. Yes, Atlanta's at home, but it is a different field, a different space, so everybody's kind of getting used to that.
Down at Lakewood Stadium.
Yeah. Next to the Warp Tour, where they hold Warp Tour. I think they held it just last week.
Nice.
So for all the 16-year-olds watching, there's Warp Tour that happens here.
And the skeletons of Blink-182. Story of the year, I believe.
Yeah, story of the year. Oh my goodness, I'm in high school all over again.
Hustle pulls it deep.
And this is the first time I've seen Atlanta play a little bit tighter.
A little poachy
on that one guy, but a little poachy still nonetheless.
Catrone launches the disc, looking for Freystadter. Will it stay in bounds? It will not.
Smart. They locked down the unders so that they forced a bad deep throw. It was a great job by the defense.
Robert Runner going to pick up the disc here on the sideline. Swings it off immediately. Finds Kyle in the middle. Sun Choi with the disc now. Swings over to Laviolette. Inside flick back to Stapleton, reverses the field. Finds Archie on the swing. Stapleton is unmarked. They keep finding Stapleton. Now Catrone's locked down on him. Runner with the disc.
Needs to get rid of it soon. Nice look.
Finds Archie. Archie puts it out to space for Kelvin Williams. And that's another break for the Hustle. 5-3. 6:42 left in the first quarter. Big break by the defense there. And the Hustle lead 5-3. Same O-line going back out for Jacksonville. Maybe could benefit from calling a timeout here, but they're going to roll that same O-line back out. Freystadter, Catrone, Lay, Clark, Sullivan, their usual suspects, are leaning on them heavily here in the first quarter.
Sullivan's creeping back out.
Hustle defense on the field. Taylor Goforth, Elliot Erickson, Alan Laviolette, Anders Olsen, Nathan Haskell, Sam Little, and JP Burns. Pulled by Laviolette. Deep into the Jacksonville end zone.
Ooh,
Sam Little
Atlanta
down on leg.
already down there. Nice work.
Freystadter with the disc.
Look for that hammer. Looks like his favorite.
Elliott looking for the big D, doesn't get it.
Good try. Love seeing that.
Cut by Andrew Carlton. Oh, and it's blocked by Erickson.
Beautiful block.
Hustle, get it moving off the line. Find Nathan Haskell. Finds JP Burns. Inside break to Anders Olsen. Jacksonville forcing flick. They find Laviolette in space. And he finds Taylor Goforth for the goal. Hustle up 6-3 now. And Jacksonville's going to roll out the 0-2 line. Looks like Bradley Simgens, James Dahl, Adam Russell, Tanner Rapaski.
And we got lots of fans coming over to this side. This is where the shade is. I think I checked, it was about 94 degrees when the game started. So a hot one today.
Christian Olsen in the building, in the stands, off the roster this week, but been a great player for the Hustle the past 2 years. Hustle pull it deep to Jacksonville, almost to the end zone. Swings over to Adam Russell. Looks for the big hammer.
Yeah, he's wide open.
Reverses the field. Hustle catching up on D. JP Burns marking Bradley St. John's
Yeah,
on the mark. Good switch there by Williams.
Not seem to have the intensity on offense that I normally see them have. Go, good luck.
Oh, a big layout bid by number 30, Andrew McKelvey.
Trying to keep his team in it. Stop the bleeding.
Kicks it back over to Dahl. Dahl operating this 0-2 line. Number 2, Bobby Patterson, looks to the end zone.
Nice.
And it's caught by Jacksonville. Down 6-4 now. 5:09 left in the first.
Last year when this game was a do or die for Atlanta and we were on the losing side, and I know me as a fan, a lot of fans here, we don't want to see that again. That's just another heartbreak for us. So far, good for Atlanta. Last year, I remember, too, the Jacksonville fans were very rowdy, and I think the heat today is another reason why I'm kind of quiet right now.
Well, I'm sure the players are taking it personally as well after last year.
Yeah.
Losing in that final game.
Jacksonville is actually one of the, if you look at all the teams Atlanta has played, we've lost more against Jacksonville than any other team. So this means a lot to the community and the players and everything. Playoffs. I just want to see Atlanta in the playoffs. We deserve to be there.
Yep.
It's a great team.
Earn a trip here. Max Leonard with the catch. Center to Tanell.
Last year, only 2 playoff spots were awarded, so we would have made it last year if it were the normal 3 playoff scheme.
Oh, and a miscue from Spinks to Taylor there. Threw it behind him.
That's the first turn now from Atlanta.
Yeah, hustle. Oh. Looking to D back up. Vicroy on the mark. Jacksonville works it to number 5, Brandon Perales, and he launches a hammer deep. Caught in the end zone by Gibson.
Back.
Oh no, that's 75, Ryan Chard, excuse me. And that's a break for the Cannons. 6-5, Hustle trotting out on 4:34 left in the first quarter. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Atlanta has been known for their offense. I think they've scored roughly about 25, 26 points a game, which, if you look across the league, that's pretty high. We're actually up there as far as offense. You just got to worry about defense with Atlanta. We've had a lot of chances where we could have scored and then we don't and things like that. So far today, they've done very well.
Looking to keep that focus going here. Halfway through the first quarter, and the sun is beating down.
Yeah.
O-line trots out there. Leonard, Tanell, Vicroy, Trenton, Anders, Matt Smith, and Austin Draco
Pretty
Taylor.
solid line.
They launch it deep to Vicroy right off the bat.
Vicroy.
Dime ball by Dylan Tanell.
Oh, my goodness.
Vicroy has emerged as an elite deep threat here in the Southeast Division. And if we make the playoffs, see how he stacks up.
He's my AP in my my fantasy AUDL game. He has done amazing stuff this year. He's been my favorite new addition on all sides of the disc. Defense, throwing, catching. He's done a really good job. I think he's going to be a huge asset to the team.
Absolutely.
Asset, whatever you want.
Asset. Coming out of Georgia College. Blap, blap, blap. Joining the other Georgia College alumni, Mark Poole, on the Atlanta Hustle here, with about a 10-year difference in era and age.
That's a completely different ballgame.
4:24 left. Bobby Lay catches the pole. Hustle and a poachy look here. Trying to isolate cutters.
He's got no count, but really, if you're Atlanta, that doesn't hurt you. You've got the lead.
Launches deep to Freystadter. Archie is there. Freystadter comes down with it outside the end zone. Dishes back to Catrone. Back to Freystadter. A little give and go. Let's punch it in.
Yeah, if Freystadter wants to score, he's going to use his body and make it happen.
Yep. So the Hustle are up 2 breaks now, receiving And they'll be receiving to start the second half, having pulled the first quarter, or the second quarter, sorry. Having pulled to start the game. Jonathan Fang in the house, in the stands. Another former Hustle player.
It's a good turnout today.
Stephanie Shane in the building, migrating over to the shady side of the stadium.
As I say, it won't look like there's a lot of people here from our camera angle now because they've moved over to the shade, but
Right.
I think for health, so just so no one passes out today, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, agreed. Hustle receiving on O. Dylan Tanell going to pick up the pull.
Nice work.
Max Leonard to Smith to Gaynor. Back to Smith, midfield almost.
Whoa, good little. I love the quickness and just take advantage of every yard you can get when they're giving it to you. Same cut there, kind of blocked each other off. Able to
Vicroy
reset.
looks to the dump, Tanell over to Leonard. Swings it up to Matt Smith. Austin Taylor wide open in the end zone.
I heard a
Floaty,
whistle.
but he attacks and comes down with it. Let's check the whistle.
Travel
Travel.
on Smith.
Receiver.
It's a receiver travel.
Okay, so he
sorry
turned the
about
corner
that.
there. Not a turnover.
Usually, as I say, he just caught it and took the throw, so. Gets it
Taylor's
back to-
still working.
Watch Smith go.
Receiver travel again. They're trying to
That,
let the Hustle know they can't turn the corner
yeah,
like that.
it might just be the quick movements. They don't know. They're picking it up just slightly.
Swings to Leonard.
Just stay calm and collective. Another.
Is that a pick? Looks
No,
like a
it's,
pick upfield or a foul. Foul in the stack.
It might have actually been a foul on a defender. The offender tried to run and he just stood still. After a lot of calls, we're starting to see some flow again.
Matt Smith with the disc.
Tanell
Finds
making
Tanell midfield.
great cuts to help reset the disc.
Austin Taylor wide open. And he shoots deep to Gaynor for the goal. Atlanta Hustle. Hustle up 8-6 now, keeping that 2-break lead with 2:10 left. They're going to put on a hot D line here to try to get another break in the quarter.
You can head over there real quick. Atlanta keeping their traditional D line on right now. Lavillette's going to probably pull. Jacksonville made a few mistakes early on, and they're still kind of suffering for them. Only, I believe, one break has gone Jacksonville's way. So far, I think this first quarter, everybody's playing just their standard game plans. Nobody's trying to do anything too crazy or run too hard. There's still a long game to go left. 3 more quarters after this.
Jacksonville catching the pull, finds Bobby Lay in the middle. We're down to the 2-minute mark here. Jacksonville not playing with much offensive urgency here.
I was about to say there was not anybody coming under at all, but now they started to work it in.
Jacksonville swings to the middle of the field. Lavilette
Ooh,
on the
I'm
mark.
surprised there it was. Good call by the official. I saw the pick.
So that's going to back him up 10 yards.
Great call there. It looked like about 4 or 5 of Jacksonville guys were just all in a big circle, so it was bound to be called.
Sullivan hucks it deep to Freystadter. Trenton, or go for it there, but can't come up with the D.
He was keeping up with him.
And that is the go-to play for Jacksonville. 3 goals now for Freystadter.
Give Tree a few more tries.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna bait him, and he's gonna get it down.
He'll get one soon here.
That looked like if it had a little more float, Tree was gonna get it. I remember playing against Tree when I first started playing here in Atlanta, and I thought, what's up? And I was like, well, Ultimate's flawed because this should not be allowed.
Yeah.
He was On an AUDL field, I think he loses some of his height because on an ultimate field, you do have a thinner field, which your height and your length can be more of a threat. Here, it's not as big, but still. I mean,
Agreed. It's easier to run away from people on this field.
Right, on the AUDL field.
Jacksonville launches it deep. Atlanta's starting offensive line from the beginning of the game out there. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Max Leonard with the disc in the middle. Slides it over to Gaynor. Gaynor upfield to Taylor. And he shoots deep to Matt Smith.
Oh,
and it's caught! Matt Smith
he's loving it.
Pumping up the crowd with the goal, 9-7. A minute 6 left in the first quarter.
He is a magical man.
That was Tanner Rapaski on the D. Couldn't quite get there. Good throw by Taylor.
Jacksonville, too, is known for that tough, intense, in-your-face D. And to be able to pluck that out of the sky like that on them, that's a good statement to bring to the game.
So the hustle offense is looking pretty good so far today. I think maybe 2 turnovers.
This has been the best offensive performance I've seen at home so far. I haven't been able to watch all the away ones. But they seem very confident.
Travis Catrone with the disc to Bobby Lay. Hustle switching. Clark catches it unmarked. Looks like Stapleton is on the mark. I think that the hustle defense really wants them to make it ping-pong it with the handlers.
Yeah.
As opposed to the shots deep to Freystadter.
I think that's smart, too, in the first quarter. Don't maybe waste so much energy.
You can see Kelvin Williams playing a solid 3 yards behind Freystadter at all times.
Going,
And they shoot it anyway. Williams is there, but Freystadter comes down with it.
It's just
He comes down with everything. I mean,
when you play
Williams
his game,
played it well
lose. I think the best thing to do with Freystadter is just never let him behind you.
Yep. Williams playing 10 yards back. Then he came in on the mark, and Freystadter got one step on him, and they're going to put that up every time.
Freystadter is great, too, if you watch him play, using his body, but so much to the point where it looks like it might be a foul, but it's never just enough. Like, he does a good job of controlling himself and not being so flagrant with his body movements. He's able to just keep people away from getting up.
Absolutely. He's big, and he's one of the faster guys that they play against here in the AUDL.
For a tall guy, he is very fast.
Hustle looking to answer on O with 28 seconds left here. This would be big to put this in.
And then get the disc right back.
Yes, so we got Tanell, Taylor, Matt Smith, Vicroy, Gaynor, Trenton Spinks, and Max Leonard, who's going to catch the pull here. Moves it. Nope, fakes it to Tanell and moves it to Tanell, who launches it to Vicroy. Another dime by Tanell. The speedy Vicroy runs it down. And that's the 9-second goal we're looking for. He dunks it on the goal post.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Georgia College product. Let me reiterate.
Yeah.
As an alum myself.
Yeah, I was Georgia College was my favorite team to play back then. I played for Georgia State, and so I used to call it the battle for the U. Who gets to keep the GSU name.
I like it.
But yeah, it was a good time. So it was always a great team to play against because we were right level with each other. Fun times with those guys. I may have played against Vicroy. I have no idea.
Yeah, he.
Those are back. Well, probably not.
He's played 3 years now.
Then probably not, because back in my days it was a little bit different than it is now.
Yeah.
A lot more parties back then.
Certainly. Small
Not to say that there isn't now, but
I see a couple Georgia College jerseys in the crowd here, coming out to support. Lay with the disc.
Yeah, we got about, what's the time?
11 seconds left.
So yeah, they're gonna have to make a move
up to
soon.
Catrone. Freystadter,
he's got an
playing
open
5
chance.
yards behind him. I gotta feel this is going up anyway. Sullivan launches it. High floaty disc up to Freystadter, and it's D'd by Nathan Haskell from behind.
They're gonna call contact.
Foul.
And that was one of those. Did you see how hard he fell down? I don't think anybody pushed him. I think that was a good job of just trying to make the contact look a little bit more than it was.
So he's gonna pick it up with no time on the clock. Gonna have to tap it in and get rid of it immediately, and Jacksonville calls a timeout.
Interesting move there.
I wouldn't personally blow the whistle at the end of the quarter buzzer beater into a pile of tall guys.
I feel like that should be one of those things. And you see that in other games where they're creating so much contact. Who's to say who's making what contact at that point? If you look at Freistatter, he will block and use his arms to keep you from getting, and he will keep them strong. Never extend them to get the foul. But he's so hard because he can be so physical without showing it, like I said earlier. But I think he flopped. I think that was a good flop on his part.
Yep.
Can't blame him.
Got the call. They're going to have a chance to cut it to 1 here before the second quarter starts.
Freistatter's a big guy. I've never seen him fall like that. He took one for his team in all regards.
So with the timeout call, Freistatter doesn't have to pick up the disc. It's going to be Sullivan here. Hopefully Swanson is telling Kelvin to keep his right hand high. Sullivan's looking for the scuba or hammer to the break side
hand
here.
block here would just be beautiful.
Looks like they're going to double team the mark with Tree. Force him to dump it and try to get a block.
I believe the time has been out. The time is out, so if they actually throw it to anybody else, there's no time. So he has to put it in the end zone.
They have to hit the end zone. Sullivan pivot. Throws the hammer. Finds Catrone for the goal.
Good job by Atlanta. I think they made him panic. He threw a kind of rocky throw, but they were able to catch it.
Exciting game so far. 10-9 in the after the first quarter. Could the Hustle have their first 40-point game of the franchise history?
I hope so. Today, if any day, man, do it today, because you go to the playoffs if you score 40 points. I just don't see them stopping you. We'll be taking a short break as we take a break here before we enter the second quarter. Atlanta up 10-9 at the end of the first.
Thank you, bro. Mentioned Georgia College, like.
Alrighty, we are starting the second quarter. Atlanta able to receive, and basically things kind of stay the same. Jacksonville scores, and Atlanta receives the disc.
Tanell up to Smith at the 45, finds Leonard wide open, but he floats it.
That
Deed by a mob of Jacksonville players.
He did float a little bit. Wind took a hold of it. Unfortunate. Not what you want to do start the second, though.
Jacksonville moves it to Adam Russell. Seems to be a D-line handler for them.
Ooh, almost able to come in and get that.
Over to 17, James Dahl.
That might be receiver travel.
Back to Russell, and they back him up 10 yards. Looks like a pick.
Yeah, it was a pick. I thought it was on the thrower because he caught it, took off, and I thought for sure.
Number 2,
He
Bobby
might look
Patterson
for it.
with
He
the
might
disc,
look
and
for
he
it.
launches the hammer.
Good placement.
Paskey
Able to get the break.
goal. That's the
So,
break, and they tie it up.
they bring it
10-10.
back. Atlanta still is up, I believe, 1 break. Or actually, yeah, I think they still up a break. But at this point, with the quarter changes, it doesn't matter anymore.
Right. And just a floaty throw there by Smith, I believe.
Yeah, and that's unlike him. You rarely see those kind of mistakes from Smith. But that's ultimate. That's ultimate for you. I think what makes this sport more unique than any other sport is it's the only sport where the object, the thing that you play with, doesn't fall, it flies.
Right.
Football, it falls. Golf, it falls. This is something where the wind can change it way more than any other sport.
Absolutely. Wind caught him there, but he's
Matt
taking a
Smith.
seat here. They got Dylan Tanell, Nathan Haskell,
He
Nathan
does it.
Vicroy, Sam Gaynor, Leonard.
He's Mr. Magic Man, Matt Smith.
Trenton Spinks and Austin Taylor cutting out of the vertical stack. Little poachy look, shredded by Tanell with the inside-out flick.
Important to just try to keep your composure. Their game plan has been working for them very well. There's no need to think anything's going wrong with that yet.
Taylor with the big swing to Spinks finds Vicroy, who launches it deep to Gaynor.
Wide
open for the goal.
And
Damn
Jacksonville,
Gaynor.
the defender from Jacksonville immediately starts pointing fingers. And yeah, they're talking on the sidelines. That's one of those things where if you're the only guy back there, you shouldn't be pointing fingers.
Right.
You knew what your job was.
Gotta shut down the wide open goal. Guy streaking to the end zone.
I just don't think Vicroy too is kind of like, people are starting to hear about him, but if you're not really paying attention, you don't know about him. And I think Jacksonville really doesn't know his abilities yet.
Yeah,
Matt Smith, they're very aware of.
To take that shot.
Yeah, and I think he just didn't think the throw was coming. Vicroy, man. Ugh. We knew this was going to be a good game, and I feel like the chippiness will come if it stays close.
Sam Little busting it down on the pole.
A great pull.
All-American in the college ultimate scene. And he's down there pestering Bobby Lay early. Alan Laviolette down now on a handler. Stray Stoddard gets the goal, inbounds.
Yeah, he's inbounds.
Inexplicable whistle there. Was that a foul on the hustle?
Guess there must have been a foul. I'm not sure what happened.
Swings it off to C.J. Clark.
Probably just was some type of defensive foul.
Up to Freystadter.
Freystadter is not comfortable with the disc. He's always going to look. There he is. Oh!
Almost turns it to Sullivan with the save.
They really
JP
need to
Burns
put
on the mark.
more pressure on Freystadter. He is not the most confident
Launches
thrower.
the hammer. And in a rare event, it goes over Freystadter's head.
Tree did a good job of just scaring him to jump early. Because Tree's so big, that can be a strategy he can use against Freystadter.
Nathan Haskell with the disc.
Yeah,
Hits
baby.
a beautiful. Oh! Beautiful hammer, but it's misjudged by Burns.
Yeah.
Goes over his head. Maybe he
Unfortunate
should have
chance.
untucked his shirt, and he would have caught that.
But I'm sure he's made it on the team because of the untucked, or the tucked shirt. So.
True. Yeah, taking a page out of Elliot Erickson's book. And
Good double team. The right time to double team, not a confident handler. Nice try from Atlanta.
Laviolette on the mark now.
Just being left wide open, but honestly, you need to force him. Make him throw a tough throw.
Oh, big block by Anders Olsen.
They're going to call
there's
it.
a whistle. Mark Poole is out of his mind on the sidelines. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, that's Jacksonville for you. They're trained to throw their hands up at the whistle, and they were able to draw the foul.
No integrity rule invoked by Clark there,
that
so
will
you got to
not
believe there
happen.
was a foul because he's got some integrity.
Yeah,
Great guy, CJ.
Oh, I believe him. Every player, but like I said, like when you're a player too, it's hard to tell because to you it might have been this way, and the other player might have thought it was this way. It's a difficult situation.
Clark with the disc tapped in,
Ooh.
and it's disc never lies as Cole Sullivan makes the drop.
It's the only thing we can trust in this world is the disc. Good rebound. Way to come back and fight it.
Kind of a bad decision to try to move it quickly there.
That might have been a good time for a timeout and maybe put in a whole new line.
Still playing tough D. That's a 20-yard loss on a dump. Lay with the disc now.
They're trying to get back off the sideline. Not a lot of unders except for that one wide open.
Catrone in the middle.
Some static offense right now from Jacksonville. They're looking for something.
Cole Sullivan toes the line. He's on the 2-yard line here. And he finds Freystadter.
And I think Tree, I see what he was trying to do, but you can't hope for the ref to make calls. Even if it looks like he pushed you and pushed off you, you still got to play through it.
Play 100% until the whistle goes.
But Jacksonville will do this to you. I mean, I do a lot of the editing for this team, and watching these games, they play a different brand of Ultimate. They're proud of it, though.
Working through dominant cutters.
Yes.
Just making you pay on defense.
They really make you step up on defense. I'll give you that.
Hustle with plenty of depth to roll out against those top cutters, though. So we'll see if they can wear them down throughout the rest of the second quarter.
That's the key thing, especially them coming off a game from the day before. We got about 7:36 left in the second. It is tied up at 11.
Leonard to Tanell as the Hustle initiates their offense. Nothing upfield. Looks
Really
to
no,
Tanell.
yeah, good.
And finds Gainer.
Cut from Gainer.
Little 7 cut.
Ooh.
Finds Austin Draco Taylor. Over to Spinks.
Spinks.
Spinks to the backhand. Big bid there. And a whistle.
It's coming back, I think. No.
Contact upfield, I think, on Sam Gainer. Be interested to see the tape.
This is, and I've seen this before, it's where an offenser starts running and the defender just stands still and makes them run into him, and to some extent, I think they're calling those things. They're beat, and so they just try to stand in the way. Ooh.
Misses high on a swing to Tanell. The Cannon's going to pick it up and go the other way. Dahl swings it over.
Get the lead back.
To Patterson, up to St. John's. It's number 25. Shoots deep to number 30, not quite in the end zone.
Gotta stall him here.
That's Andrew McKelvey. Dumps it, tries to milk it in, but doesn't get in.
Yeah, and it's going to be a violation.
Traveling.
Yep.
Turnover.
Turnover, yeah. He did not bring the disc back. That should be a turnover. No, they're going to give him a receiver.
Oh, they're giving him a receiver because he was pivoting in the end zone. Should have backed up. Quit talking to the refs and play D.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Got it. Don't try to bring the refs in the game, because that's when Jacksonville will win. They're going to get you all upset. And I think there might be a timeout from
trying to decipher the call here. We have what looks like a Jacksonville timeout after a pick call, is what I think, because after he called the timeout, they backed the disc back out to the 25, and Jacksonville will tap it in from there.
That's all their timeouts now for the half. About 5:50 left, still 11-11. I think they really just want to get the lead here and hope for the best the rest of the half.
Putting the O-line in, I'd say that was a well-used timeout there.
Atlanta, there have been some times I think they could have used the timeout, but really they've played. I think all I've seen is maybe 2 missed throws, 3 missed throws. So really, like, they're playing great Ultimate. They just need to stick to their game plan. There will be mistakes. Don't fret just yet.
Yep. Hustle rolling out a D-line here. Try to get the disc back. Cole Sullivan picking up, so you got to be wary of the hammer over the top to Freystadter here.
Yeah,
what you do to stop it, I'm not sure, but I know it's coming.
Put Tree on him. I think Tree's your best chance.
Tree's lining up on the flick side. The hammer's coming from Sullivan.
Tree's just going to have to run like hell these next, or I shouldn't say that, but he needs to run like crazy.
Oh, Sullivan trucks Tree. Who is the foul on here? Looks like
pick.
it's on
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
I was about
Foul
to say.
upfield on the offense. Once again,
Another one.
that's a
Stall.
stall.
Because the stall kept going up. Yep.
Stall called by the ref. Hustle
Because
disc.
the fouls did not reset the clock.
Yep.
On the
Erickson
stall.
picks it up. Inside break over to
Wow,
Laviolette,
what?
who moves it to Sam Little.
Now's the time to take a timeout for Atlanta. They needed to take a timeout. I think they were too giddy.
Turnover there, and Lay moves it to Sullivan. Jacksonville offense taking off. Looking for the deep shot. Trying to find Freystadter, and he does just outside the end zone. Freystadter looking for CJ Clark.
They get it.
And that's the Jacksonville Cannons lead, their first lead since it was 2-1.
Ooh. And that's where I started to pull out my coaching pad, and I think calling a timeout right when that transition happened, that turn, you put a whole new line on, and you get that point scored.
Yeah, the defensive offense there was a little overeager, moving it quickly, and
But hey,
just
I
missed
mean,
by a hair there.
Yeah, it's
Cost them a point.
so much easier to say things from up here when you can see the whole entire field.
Right. Oh, a penalty assessed on Jacksonville for a celebration. I believe it was probably CJ Clark throwing the disc onto the track.
Oh, did he throw really far
Yeah,
away?
that's-
I was gonna say, it didn't seem very flagrant.
Earlier I said CJ was a cool guy. That's not
Hey,
a cool
man.
move, but he'll
I don't think he probably
recover
intended it.
from that, and looks like a 20-yard penalty on the Cannons.
Close game, and yeah,
Georgia
Cannons-
Southern product, CJ
Oh,
Clark
wow,
with
okay.
the throw onto the track.
They're all over the place. Yeah, this is also at one point was almost up by 3. I think they were up by 2 the most, but they had a chance to go up by 3, but now down by 1. And I would say still it looks like Atlanta's playing better. They just had a couple miscues.
Max Leonard catches it to Dylan Tanell. Atlanta hustle
Wow,
offense.
nobody guarding him. They want him to. They're baiting him.
Swings it to Leonard. Tanell going deep. Leonard launches it, and it's Deed.
Yeah, not the best put. Gave
Taking
too
a
much
shot
time.
there. Trying to get a little momentum back, and it goes the other
He
way.
needed, yeah.
Jacksonville will have it on the goal line.
I would say that's the first throw today from Atlanta that just they gave the defense a chance.
Corrales with the disc. Swings it over to Dahl. Oh, could have been a bid
Almost
there by
got
Matt
him.
Smith. He's tight on the offense. Nick Hunter with the disc now.
He's going to look to dump. He will dump. Yeah, he is not going to throw it.
Finds Dahl at the dump. Good defense
Yeah.
upfield by the hustle. Corrales still finds space. Vicroy. Oh, doesn't quite make the play. Ryan Conklin
Ooh.
runs it down. Vicroy had a chance there for a magnificent
Dang.
hit.
And now,
Didn't convert. 11-13
Yeah.
Jacksonville now with 3:51.
and now a timeout's going to be called, and I believe, yep. See, I wish that timeout would have been called a lot sooner. I think now you kind of have to do one just to calm everybody down. People coming over from the tailgate we had earlier, I see them. Nice little event we had for some fans over across the street. People grilling out, having fun.
Can't thank the fans enough. This is the last home game for the Hustle.
Oh, yeah.
I think regardless of what happens, they'll be traveling for the playoff games.
I've actually bought my tickets. I'll be in Madison, Wisconsin to watch I'm doing the AUDL Fantasy Experience. I'll be actually playing an AUDL game and on ESPN and stuff, so it should be a lot of fun.
Nice.
I just really want to see what those championship games are all about. And I love it for Atlanta to have a chance so I could see them there.
Hustle will have to win a couple games in a row here to get there.
True. Really, this being this game, and then Raleigh, we actually do very well against. So if we win this and go to Raleigh, I think we have a good chance of taking Raleigh. Dallas, I don't know. We can only pray.
Undefeated Dallas on top with the 1 seed. Somebody will be traveling to Dallas to play a playoff game, which will decide who's at the championship weekend for you to spectate.
To spectate, yeah. I'm excited to see some of the West Coast and other teams that I don't get to see live. I'm really excited to see the whole league in general. Big fan of the league, so I really want to see what different types of ultimate are like across the United States and Canada.
So here in the South Division, the Hustle need to step it up on offense, get a couple easy scores on the board, a couple breaks here, overcome a 2-point deficit. Jacksonville Cannons up 13-11, 3:51 left in the second.
Still plenty of time to get a couple more points for both teams. I think Atlanta just needs to focus on this drive right now. Put a point on the board.
Max Leonard with the disc off of Tanell to Spinks. Finds Austin Taylor in the middle of the field, kicks it out to Leonard. Great cut by Vicroy, wide open on the sideline. And he finds Matt Smith,
right
easy under. Hustle swinging it, using the whole width of the field.
Ooh,
Finds
jammed it in.
Right on the foot doorstep of the end zone.
Oh, good work.
Beautiful offense by the Hustle. Looks like they've got good confidence still on the O-line.
Yeah, they're looking fresh.
Time for a big...
Smith was just waiting for that time to cut.
Yeah.
Doing a little tiptoe dance, like, now I'll go.
Time for a big defensive effort here by the Hustle. They're going to roll out Robert Runner, Ryan Archibald, Sean Sears, Sun Choi, Kyle Stapleton, Kelvin Williams, and Laviolette. Should have fresh legs after a couple of consecutive O-line points there for the Hustle.
Runner's such an intelligent player. Just listen to him talk about Frisbee, watching him play. I'm glad he's on our team.
Absolutely. Alan Laviolette, another big contributor, launching it deep. He's had the money pulls today. Jacksonville centers it up to Lay.
Big point from the Atlanta D-line. They really want to get a turn here. Let him do it. Let him do that.
Back and forth, burning some time.
They're down, but they will make a mistake.
Move it to Sullivan. Moves it to Freystadter up the sideline.
They just,
Try to get it off the line. Kelvin Williams playing physical D on Freystadter.
Yeah, he needs to. That's smart. He's Freystadter wants to be in every point. The more you're physical with him, the more he's going to tire out.
CJ Clark with the disc. Moving the mark.
Ooh,
dump.
Nice cut to help him with the dump.
Cole Sullivan now with the disc. 30 yards from the end zone.
Yeah, nothing. There should be a stall. That's a stall. That is a stall.
Stall called.
Beautiful work from Atlanta. Go ahead and call timeout here. You got one extra timeout with you do have Stapleton, so anything can happen right now.
Stapleton moves it to Laviolette in the center of the field, over to Choi.
Ooh, good catch from Choi. He's looking to get out. Nice work.
Finds the wide open Williams being poached underneath.
Ooh.
Back to Choi. Fakes the shot and gets fouled.
Good call. Nice
10-yard penalty. Clock ticking. 1:50 left in the half. 13-12 Cannons. And Atlanta's defense
Get it
with
back
the
to
disc.
Stapleton. There you go. This guy can make any play happen. He's not being counted.
Finds Sears. Big bid by Jacksonville. Sears finds Laviolette.
Oh,
and the hammer over to Kelvin Williams for the goal. Hustle
Crowd
fans going crazy.
Brought back a tie.
13-all.
Nice work from Atlanta.
Here in the first half.
Oh, man. I knew this game was going to be close, but, man, I'm going to have a heart attack by the end of the day.
Surrounded by clouds here, but the sun is beating down on the field.
Oh, thank goodness I'm up in the press box. Blake, you're still waiting for your first win as an announcer, aren't you?
I believe so.
We had the overtime thing in
Nashville and then Austin.
And Austin. Yeah, you've just are full of heartbreak.
Sorry if I've been a bad luck charm for the Hustle, but we're looking to turn that around here today.
Today feels like it can happen.
I'd like to thank John Bosey for giving me the opportunity to call the game today.
We appreciate you being here. As the cameraman, and the editor and all these things. I'm glad that someone else is here to help this job make it a little bit easier for me.
Where's my towel?
Cole Sullivan with the disc for Jacksonville in the middle of the field. Laviolette,
Yeah, they really
2 points in a row.
Jacksonville's really ISOing a lot of cutters, waiting for the one cutter to make the move, and you just got to hope you're the guy who's guarding them if you're Atlanta.
Tree backing Freystadter by about 5 yards right now. Making the Jacksonville
Good
work.
catch, and he might get the call.
He got the call.
That's one of those, that's just a part of the game, the way it's designed. You went for the play and you didn't get it, you'll get the foul. Yep, that's gonna get called.
Sullivan maybe threw it before the whistle. Seems to be a discussion amongst the refs.
Might. Yeah.
Clock is running.
It will stop at 30 seconds. And I think they're going to fix the clock. Problems too when you have a new stadium, new type of tech you're working with, new types of all kinds of stuff. So not all the amenities are here, so it might take us.
Absolutely.
But the clock is reset and we're ready to go.
Sullivan moves it offline. A big loss there to Lay on the dump.
Good mark on the handler.
Just trying to keep the disc alive for a final shot to the end zone here. And they take it early to Freystadter for another goal.
Ooh, and a little lane coming up. His ankles seem to kind of wobble a little bit.
Left 17 seconds on the clock for the hustle to try to match it and close out this half.
That's right. Jacksonville, I believe,
game.
gets the discs to start the second half. So
Correct.
17 seconds in ultimate, plenty of time. So kind of break down the playoff scenario right now. Really, this is the game that decides who's going to go. Jacksonville actually still has a chance. They have to win by 4 in order to beat Austin and Atlanta. If they win by 3, it's going to go to something that's never happened before, a coin flip against all 3 teams, Austin, Atlanta, and Jacksonville.
Wow.
Which into the rules, it literally is, you just play a coin flip game and you just hope you win enough wins.
So Hustle looking to avoid that with a win here.
Yeah, that just sets everything in stone. All right, it's coming soon. We got to get ready to see it. Ooh, it just
launch it deep and miss.
Not.
Trenton Spinks with the flicker.
And if you're not the strongest flicker, that's when no one's guarding you, throw the backhand. But
that's all right.
That's
the
okay.
Hustle will open the second half down 1 to the Jacksonville Cannons here in Atlanta. We go to halftime.
And we'll be taking a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes to show you the second half of a play to win. Atlanta wins this game. They will go play Raleigh for the first playoff game. So stay tuned. We'll be back soon. All right, we're all clear.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's looking really good. Like it's live, so it's good. So you guys
Yeah, that's happening. We are back here, second half, Atlanta 13, Jacksonville 14. And Jacksonville will receive the pull. Few things being discussed in the middle field, maybe just clarifying a couple calls from earlier.
Yep, captain's out for a little spirit talk. Coaches as well.
This quarter could be a very important quarter. Whoever goes on the next run, I think, is going to really dictate the rest of this game.
Yeah, I agree. Cannons looking to punch in the first offensive point here. Hustle coming out on D with Alan Laviolette, Sean Sears, Robert Runner, Ryan Archibald, Sun Choi, Kelvin Williams, and Kyle Stapleton. The offensive starters out for Jacksonville: Sullivan, Perales, Misha, Bobby Lay, CJ Clark, Travis Catrone.
All right, here we go. Start of the third.
Swings it to Lay. Hustle trying to make him work against the handlers, or amongst the handlers.
Ooh.
Find Freystadter in the middle. Swings to Sullivan. CJ Clark in the middle. Dumps it back off.
Real tight marks. They're trying to keep him under, I believe.
Patiano. Robert Runner on Misha here.
Wasn't able to get around him.
He looks for it, but intercepted by Runner. Really tried to force it to Freystadter there.
Walk it up if you have to. Just
Laviolette looking for some daylight.
There it is, right there up the middle. Right up the middle.
Needs to get rid of the disc.
I don't think he
Find
had
Stapleton.
I don't think he had a count there for a minute.
Foul by Sullivan.
Ooh.
Gets them out of their own end zone. Stapleton has it on the 5-yard line.
I think a couple players are a little too deep. There, Runner coming in. Ooh, then gets pushed. No
Runner
call.
with the disc, no call, no mark. Launches it deep to Ryan Archibald. CJ Clark there, floating towards the sideline. And it's D'd by Clark.
Good job by Clark. The disc just floated a couple seconds too long.
Great D. Cardinal Clark Jr., they call him CJ. We got some Cardinal heads in the stands here. It's the Hustle
Trying to
looking to get it back on D.
They really need to keep him on this line.
Up the sideline to Freystadter. Runner on the mark. Rocking the matching gloves with the jersey. Very nice. And they're launching it deep again.
Yeah.
Dylan Tanell catches the disc on the up line.
Nice look, right up the middle. Get the yardage.
Vicroy with the disc now. Shoots the end zone, got a piece of it.
No.
And the Hustle come down with it out of bounds. Max Leonard can't quite toe the line.
Vicroy having a couple fumbles now. It's his second throwaway. But good look. Right time to throw that throw.
Hustle pick it up with, Cannons rather, pick it up with Dahl.
Not a lot of action right now coming from Jacksonville.
Deep in their own end zone. Hustle playing good D upfield. That's Adam Russell, 23, handling with Dahl for the
good
Jacksonville
flick.
D. Bobby Patterson with the disc now. Looks to shoot the big OI flick. Trenton Spinks trailing.
Ooh, Trent.
Great play there by number
Did
30,
everything he
Andrew McKelvey.
Trenton's fast, too. That was
Takes
all
the
his.
10-yard loss on the dump. Jacksonville looks for another hammer for the score.
Wow, and that was
That's a big
tough
break
one for Atlanta. That's hard to swallow.
Yeah, Hustle now down 15-7. 6:20 left in the third, and they're going to need a couple breaks to overcome this.
That was a tough one to swallow. Vicroy had a good look in the end zone, trailed it a little bit too much. And then Trenton, he had that disc. I think the sideline, it affected him more than the offender. It looked like he was worried about going out of bounds rather than just taking it, go all the way to the line.
Good D, but also a nice offensive play by McKelvey there.
That was a great snag.
Come down with it. Huge play for the Cannons to go up 2. Now
Well,
the Hustle.
Go ahead.
Okay, the Hustle O-line, Austin Taylor, Sam Little, Max Leonard, Kyle Stapleton, Alan Laviolette, Anders Olsen, and Nathan Haskell. A little bit different look for the Hustle O.
And I'd like to say, too, this isn't really anything new from Atlanta. We've had a lot of close games this year at home, and so they should be able to handle the composure and keep this game close.
Taylor moves it upfield to Anders
I think they're
Olsen.
baiting for a deep shot.
Over to CJ Clark on the sideline. Oh,
yes!
break post
He
D.
got it!
Kyle
What a
Stapleton
D.
did just enough to make the D there. Hustle, pick it up, looking to tie the game. Laviolette.
Oh,
Throwing and
whoa, what
going.
a grab. Get off the line right now. Try to set up a good
Double
throw.
team.
And he gets the foul.
And he gets a foul call. He'll take it to the middle of the field on the goal line
This is big.
here. Laviolette, very trustworthy with the disc.
I thought
to
Clark
throw
was
a
going to
disc
get that D. I was shocked.
Laviolette with the early break to Sean Sears for the goal.
We got a tie game.
Those two guys have so much chemistry, played together in college, and they punched that one in to tie it
Whoa.
up 17-all. 4:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Atlanta Hustle pulling tie game.
Big time for Atlanta to get the break and kind of bring this game back to tied. And a chance to also get another break. I think Jacksonville, coming off of a game from yesterday, there's a chance that they will burn out come later this game. Atlanta needs to put the pedal to the metal.
Hustle coming down hard on D. Jacksonville receives it, centers it up to Sullivan. North of the 30-yard line here, Burns on the mark. They find Freystadter to 45. Easy under there.
Freystadter's gonna go. He's gonna go. Yeah, he will run.
Sullivan with the disc. Finds Lay on the upline cut. Sam Lou
No,
on the mark.
Stoddard gets underneath. He's gonna look for the hammer.
JP Burns is there.
Nice
And enough
work.
pressure to have Sullivan drop the
Nope,
disc.
they will get the contact.
Oh.
There was a little bit of shoulder bumps. That doesn't surprise me. I think that it was also, too, it was a little bit of bump right when he tried to catch it.
Yep, Sullivan gets the call in the same position as Laviolette now in the middle of the field looking for the goal. Looking for the tight throw to Freystadter. Oh, and he leads him out for a nice goal.
Hey, man, Atlanta, that was great D. You made it a tough play, and it's Freystadter. What are you going to do? It's the league leader in catches, or in goals.
Adding to his total there, 18 to 17.
The exact numbers to see where he was. I know he's very close to getting up there with the league, or all-time best for goals. But I don't think he's made the numbers today that he's going to get there.
I think he was at 72 before the Nashville game yesterday. Never checked the stats on that, but
He was 17 goals away starting yesterday. I don't know how much he scored the day before, but based off what I'm seeing right now, I just don't know if he's got enough to keep it going. Unless he scored 15 yesterday.
Patterson with the pull. Hustle catching on O, and it's Max Leonard that picks it up, moves it to Dylan Tanell. This is the 0-1 line from the beginning of the game. Kicks it over to Austin Taylor. We find Spinks
A lot
wide
of
open.
space right now. There's a lot of...
Vicroy with the disc now. Hustle have eaten up a quick 50 yards. Low throw to Austin Taylor, but he catches
Once again, Vicroy. I think
Leonard.
jitters are getting to Vicroy a little bit.
Lady flick over to Matt Smith. Looks off a shot to the end zone.
Give it to the guy who likes him, Leonard.
And
he
Leonard
can make
takes it
those
to
happen.
Tie game, 18-all. Hustle defense is going to need to get a break to win this game.
Yeah, they really are. Well, they do get the disc at the fourth quarter. They will be the first to receive, so there is, if they could get a tie, then they have it on their end again. So most importantly is, keep it tied. If your defense is giving up, your offense needs to be just as clutch as Jacksonville is right now on offense.
Absolutely, and AUDL possession at the end of the quarter really comes into play.
It really does. It's been my favorite thing coming from, USAU and club and doing those kinds of things, and a little bit in college and stuff. That buzzer beater is a unique thing that the AUDL has. I really have enjoyed.
So the Hustle shooting it out of bounds on the pole here. Jacksonville's going to get it on the brick.
Oh boy. And I would say for the most part, we haven't seen a lot of diving Ds or anything like that. It's really just been a great offensive game from both teams, I would say.
Pretty clean offense. See if Sun Choi can pester Cole Sullivan on the mark here. And he shoots it early, right to the hands of the Hustle defender.
Oh, they're going to call a foul.
But he gets the foul call.
Sun Choi is...
Hustle crowd doesn't like the call.
My position is that doesn't seem like a normal Sullivan throw, I will say. But how much was that defense and offense? You know.
Cannons with it at midfield. Freystadter.
Clamp him down. Clamp him down. He's not wanting to throw it deep. He just wanted to get rid of it.
Catrone over to Lay.
A lot of homey work.
Moves
There
the
might be a
disc.
pick called here. It's coming back.
Pick call, 10-yard penalty as Lay walks it back to just past midfield.
Here we go. Atlanta needs to get another break here if they want to get the lead.
Looks for the flick break wide. Sun Choi is there to put the mark on right away. Back to Lay in the middle of the field. Good upfield defense by the Hustle, but Cole Sullivan sneaks free.
Nope,
not
he's
in.
not in.
Sullivan with the disc. Now the push.
He drops it!
And
He drops it!
By Freystadter. Runner picks it up
Call timeout.
immediately. Runs through.
That's going to get
a
called.
foul and
It's gonna
gets the
get
call.
called. I thought for sure they called a timeout just to get the O-line on. But I
10
think
yards.
they're saving it.
Disc is whistled back in.
Ooh, that
And a
will
D.
get called. You jumped
Foul
over
called.
him. Yeah.
He did come through his back. Got a clean hand on the disc.
That could be a delay of game penalty too from 14 if he doesn't give the disc back.
They're getting 10 yards upfield.
I think it was almost clean, but Sun was going up and then he had stopped his progression from going up. That's what the call was for.
Nevertheless, gets the call. Looks upfield to Sean Sears. Another. Ooh!
Dude, that might be an ejection. I would not be surprised if it was a technical.
Dangerous
He had
bid
no
off the
play on
blind
that.
side of Sean Sears there. Coming straight through him.
You can see the coach, what's his name, coach?
Swanson.
Swanson, he is just over there. He was yelling for a second.
Looks like a timeout.
I think they're discussing his
Nope,
play.
just resetting the D.
No, that player's coming off.
Oh,
I think he got
Jacksonville coach Tuba Benson Jaja
I think he got
is on the
ejected.
field.
I don't know if it was an ejection, but it was one of those. I think he threw his body. He didn't look like he cared if he caught it or not. But that's a bias on my end for sure.
Is that Carlton?
But he is coming off the field, which means I want to say that could be
I think he was ejected.
I don't know for certain. But I don't think a timeout was ever called. Timeout was not used. So if he's coming off the field, he just didn't look like he ever had a play.
Yeah, that's
I think.
Number 99, Andrew Carlton, looks like he's heading to the locker room.
Yeah, I think he's one of their best defenders back in the backfield. I don't know if this is where I kind of wish we can get into all kinds of rule changes and stuff, but maybe a card system where you could warn the player, like, listen, you can't do that kind of play.
Nevertheless, the referees call the ejection.
Yeah.
99 is leaving the field.
They
They felt it was a dangerous enough play.
Dangerous enough play. As an editor for Jacksonville too, I think the last 4 games I've watched from Jacksonville, someone has been ejected, whether from Jacksonville or the other team. So this is not uncommon for Jacksonville to see.
Yeah, refs might have been looking out for it today. So Cannons will finish the game down 1 player.
On the roster.
Another whistle.
My initial reaction was ejection. I don't know if I agree, but yeah, that was one of those like, whew. thought I was watching football for a second. No, the play is in. Disc is in.
Tanell with the disc. Looks to the dump. Another whistle. Really slow pace of play right now.
I was going to say, there's no way that was a stall. And the refs, I think the line judge called a call, but now it's being... I think emotions are high right now. Everybody's trying to settle back down. The referees are trying to get control of the game again. And here we go. We're live again, and beautiful play.
And it's caught by Sun Choi for the hustle lead, 19-18. 31 seconds left in the third quarter.
This is a game changer. We're seeing some of the refs, seeing the Jacksonville players talk to the ref, trying to understand what happened. I feel for Jacksonville. I understand that they might seem that was an overreaction, but that's it's the type of play you don't want to see continue.
Right.
And maybe the ref was right there. Maybe he could have saw the intent. He maybe saw something we didn't see up here. You don't want to be that may be the reason for winning, but I don't think that's going to change Jacksonville's game plan or anything of that nature.
No, it's a big call, but you got to play on.
Yep.
This happens in sports.
That's what makes
Hustle
it great at the
looking
same
to play
time.
Defense.
Ooh, good land
great
in.
pull by Laviolette. Lands in bounds.
Ooh, and he tried to. Good job. Is that Trenton down there or JP?
Sam Little on the mark.
Oh, Sam Little.
Freistotter in the middle of the field. Trees on him. Looking to stay downfield.
He wants to get rid of it so
Freistotter.
fast. You could.
Corrales now with the disc. Erickson on the mark. Finds Freistotter on the high release break. Over to Clark. Back to Bobby Lay.
He's going for it.
Shooting for the end zone
Slow.
across the stack. Ooh. And a bidding Jacksonville player cannot come up
2
with it.
2 seconds left. You might as well just send
2
someone
seconds left. Nathan Haskell picking it up, kicks it to JP Birds, who launches it deep. Sam Little and Bobby Lay in the end zone.
Oh!
Can't come down.
No! Poor little dude. He almost pulls off that would have been great going into the fourth quarter.
Hustle
Ooh.
will receive to start the fourth quarter, up 19-18 on the Cannons.
We got 1 quarter left. I believe no calls, and you can see Little is still just eating himself up after that one. What a play. And
Hustle had a turning point there, as evidenced and pointed out by Russell Snow, longtime Atlanta Ultimate contributor. The defense was great. Excellent mixed coverage with back of the stack spying on Misha there. Elliott covering there and Allen switching to Elliott Erickson's man. Hustle got the big break on that point. Took the lead heading into the fourth quarter and getting the disc. This is a huge point for the Hustle.
Atlanta got a good run. And like I said, the next team that got a run, I think is going to really dictate the rest of this game. But with Atlanta getting the disc, you can really set the rest of the pace for the fourth quarter if you come out and score. And in Ultimate, 3 points is a lot. And now 2 is a big one. 2 is still reasonable. 1, reasonable. But get up by 2, it scares them because they don't want to get down by 3 or 4, and that's an uphill battle that's tough to come back from.
So Hustle with a good third quarter, won that quarter. Trying to bring the energy into the fourth here. Again, 19-18, 1 point lead. 12 minutes left to go in the game. Hustle fans cheering as we head into the last quarter of the regular season with Nathan Vicroy, Austin Taylor, Trenton Spinks, Max Leonard, Matt Smith, Dylan Tanell, and Sam Gaynor coming out trying to take a 2 point lead.
Oh boy. It has been a roller coaster ride, but as a Hustle fan, I'm used to it a little bit. But
Yep, I mean, every game in the AUDL is close. It's never over no matter what the lead or deficit is.
Yeah, you got to love the sport for the fact. I mean, think about how many sports you watch where there's double overtimes and overtimes happening almost on a consistent basis.
Max Leonard with the disc.
A little bit of wind is catching in.
Little breeze. The heat has subsided a little bit. Max Leonard with the disc now moves it to Matt Smith. To Tanell. Shooting deep to Sam Gaynor.
Ooh, what a
defender
bid,
there. Big bid, but doesn't come down with it. He moves it off to Austin Taylor.
There it is.
Finds Max Leonard at the goal. 20-18. Hustle. 11:35 to go in the game.
Wake up.
Crowd is coming alive.
Like I say, if the crowd wakes up right now and gets crazy, I just can't see Jacksonville keeping composure.
Rolling out the O-line. They had great success in the first half. This is an important point for them.
Yeah. What a great way to start off the quarter. Up by 2. Play the hardest you've ever played in your life today. These last 12 minutes, you need to play like you've never played before.
The season is on the line for the hustle.
We still have time for Sports Center. Top 10. Let's get on it.
Let's do it. Looking for a big D here. Sun Choi charging down on the pole all the way to the end zone. Great pulls by Laviolette today. Choi on Sullivan. Moves it over to Lay. Hustle still allowing that handler movement.
It's kind of worked for him for the most. Ooh, he towed it in. Good job.
Catrone with the nice grab. Finds Freystadter up the line. Back to Perales. Swings it to Lay. Reset into the middle of the field. Hustle clamp down on defense upfield.
Yeah, nice. They really played tight man there.
Sullivan with the big shot. Floaty.
He just cramped up.
And Kelvin comes up lane trying to play D.
Yeah, he cramped up.
Grabbing his calf. And nevertheless, it's a Freystadter goal once again.
That's unfortunate.
20-19 Hustle receiving on offense.
Yeah, that looked like a heat cramp.
Yeah. It would have been a tough play to make either way with Freystadter chasing down a floaty flick, but
that's so true.
That
I
happens.
mean, it probably wasn't going to make a difference in the end. He's a great player, man. Freystadter is one of those guys, I think if he just went on the free agency next year and was like, who wants me? There'd be some teams that would probably try to pick him up if they could afford it. All right, we are back in.
Jacksonville with the pull deep.
10:57, so plenty of time left in the fourth. It really could be anybody's game. Atlanta playing
Dylan
kind of
Tanell
ISO.
with the disc.
Yeah.
Austin Taylor with lots of yards to work with. Sam Gaynor now.
Gaynor into the play.
Looks off the big flick. Finds Leonard on the reset. Back to Gaynor.
Keep working this disc like they're doing right now.
Dylan Tanell just ran about 200 yards to get back to the dump for the hustle. Swings it over to Austin Taylor.
Ooh, he's open, but didn't have the right lane. Nice work from Atlanta.
We go to Gaynor.
Oh,
big bid, can't get it. Vicroy with the disc. Finds Austin Taylor again. Finds Matt Smith.
Looking for the cut.
Jamming it up the jam hole. Swings it back.
Able to swing it. Good job.
Vicroy. So good. Reset. Austin Taylor with the disc now. Finds Gaynor 7 yards outside of the end zone. And he shoots to Matt Smith with the stabbing grab. 21-19 Hustle.
Wow. I'm about to pull a, if we win today, you're going to have to run the camera. I'm going to pull a Ricky Bobby. I'm going to be on fire running around down there. All my clothes coming off, dude. Just warning, not safe for work or children. Post-game, game recap will be me naked on the field.
All right. Bold streak. To end the regular season.
Yeah, I'm Ricky Bobby in it, guys. This is going to happen. That'll be, if you were a season ticket holder, you'll get exclusive access content too. That nobody wants. Here we go. We are back in the action. Atlanta keeping their 2-point lead at the moment. So all the pressure really is on Jacksonville at the moment.
Bobby Lay with the disc now. Anders Olsen on the mark. Looking to get revenge. Lay got him in the end zone earlier today. Cole Sullivan with the disc now. Moves it to Dahl.
Oh, good look
Up
from
to
Jacksonville.
Clark.
They are really moving well. Nobody marking him yet.
Taking the easy unders. Swings it back to Lay to reverse the field. Over to St. John's.
Clark has got a good run, but unable to get it.
Oh, nice cut there by Sullivan. JP Burns with the bidding D,
It's
but
up to Frey.
Freystadter, hammer.
Yeah.
Story of the day. Sullivan to Freystadter for the hammer goal. That's a 1-point lead still for the Hustle and receiving on offense.
And watching Jacksonville over the years, they are
Here.
most of the day we've taken our time getting into the end zone. So really, just keep doing what your game plan is. What it is.
Leonard finds Tanell. Clock rolling, minute 30 left. Matt Smith wide open underneath. They're taking 100% throws here.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Leonard moves it to Tanell. Back to Matt Smith on the sideline. Threatens the upline shot and then takes the inside. Another open under
Nice
for
work.
Gainer.
Up.
Moving the at 6 left now.
There he is,
Gainer
moving across
to
just get
Tanell.
a nice another swing. There it is.
Over to Austin Taylor. Under a minute to go.
Ooh, that could have been a big
Upfield to
one.
Trenton Spinks. Shoots to the end zone for Matt Smith. Who rips it down? Skies for the 2-point lead. Hustle. 49 seconds left. There's some discussion on the
They're
field.
saying that it might have been caught by the deep. Oh,
Travel
wow.
on the throw.
That's more time off the clock. That's fine.
They back
They're
it
gonna
up
say
10
a
yards and give it
receiver
back
travel.
to Spinks.
This
Heroics
is only
erased.
helping you if you can reset the disc. Timeout called,
Atlanta.
which also resets the stall count. And what would have been headlines, Matt Smith does what he does all year, snags beautiful catches and wins a playoff bid. But it's not, it could still be written.
43 seconds left. Hustle gonna come out with a
Yeah.
poised offensive strategy here to probably waste some time, but
I think you
still
put,
want to attack the end zone because if you
True.
do cough it up, they can tie it.
But this is the one time that you put 5 handlers on your line. You want everyone who has the disc to be so comfortable with it that they can make the movements and get open and catch the disc.
Yeah, by my math, 6 completions wins this game
Yes.
for the Hustle.
Hustle, 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 hustle.